Yeah. Hello, good morning, everyone. And good morning, Pravina. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to become a guest speaker in your big platform of school reformer. I'm fortunate enough to come in this platform. And today I'm going to share my opinions and views on the topic of communicate to elevate, the power of listening, unlocking the secret of effective communication. So before that, I would like to say about the listening. What is the listening? Listening is a crucial aspect of communication, and because it enables understanding, build trust, and foster a meaningful connection with the people. So when we communicate, what is the important thing in communication? The very important thing is to listen. So while listening is more important than speaking in communication, today I'm going to share. So now listening allows us truly understand the speaker's perspective, his emotions, his needs, and it builds trust and shows respect. So it also helps and avoid misunderstandings between the communicator and the listener also. So effective communication begins with the understanding, which is only possible when we actually listen. So now for that, I'm going to share my screen with you. We will share the things. Is my screen is visible to you? First, that is, we communicate
Yes, ma'am.
to elevate. Yeah, the power of listening. So why is listening important? Listening is the foundation of effective communication, and it helps build trust and foster understanding and enhance the relationship between the communicator and the listener also. So the great communicators are the great listeners. So we should try to listen patiently and try to understand the emotions and the perspectives of the communicator. So for that, first we have to ask, are we really listening? Because most of the people listen with intent to reply. They not understand the concept. They are not patiently listening to the communicator, but they only try to answer. They listen only to answer and not get the full. And there is the presumption or assumption about the communicator. They used to prejudge. They used to interrupt many times and prejudging. And the second thing is that sometimes people become prejudiced and biases. So that is all. We should try not to become the prejudice. What is actually prejudice and prejudging are the same. Prejudice uh, that refers to the preconceived opinion and judgment. Sometimes when we listen, we think that what is our opinion, we used to put on that communicator's perspectives also. So we should not be prejudiced and prejudged. Uh, that that also that the opinions are often rooted in the stereotypes and can be negative sometimes. So um, try should not be prejudice during the communication. And the second thing is that not the biases. What is the bias? Bias is a tendency to favor, lean towards the perspective and the person or the sometime the group, or when we um, discuss in groups, sometimes the groups are also become biases according to their opinion, according to their and that they often and unfair ways. So biases can be conscious, that would be explicit or implicit also. So try not to become the bias and uh, the prejudice also. Okay, so these are the two things that are the barriers in the communication and multitasking. Sometimes when people listen, they do not focus on what the communicator is going to say or give their views. They used to start the phone. Sometimes they start their own conversation. Sometimes maybe other various would come in. So try. to just, I'm sorry, there is an interruption program just in my building, so loud voice. So listening is not just hearing, it is an active engagement. So try to focus on listening, communicate. Now, what is listening? Sometimes we confuse listening and hearing. So what is listening? Listening is hearing is a passive process of perceiving sound. And listening is an active process of understanding, analyzing, and responding. As a quote, I would like to share with you that it's most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with intent to reply. This is the famous quote of Seema Gangrade. So hearing is a basic process of perceiving sound, and listening is an active and involved that paying attention, interrupting, and responding in what is being said. So try to listen, not to hear. This is a live example here that sound is coming far, that the DJ sound or the drum sound is coming far away, or sometimes we listen the song for far distance. So we cannot follow the words, lyrics actually. Only we can hear the sound, perceive the sound only. But if we listen, we can listen means by focusing when it comes near to our distance. So the difference in hearing and listening. So try to listen, not to hear. So next, I would like to say how and what happened when you listen. When we listen consciously, patiently, it builds trust among the communicator in the listener group, and it shows empathy and respect. It also shows respect for uh, the communicator, what he is conversing, he would like to deliver his thoughts and opinion. It also encourage openness and once feel valued. When someone is saying something, when we pay attention, when we show empathy and respect, he also feel valued and will deliver his opinion in a next is to improve understanding. Also, when we listen patiently, it also improve our understanding for the communicator. It reduces our conflicts and also our misinterpretations sometimes. So it enhances problem solving, leads to informed decisions. So we can come to the end, the good decision and the value decision when we listen to the communicator in a list. So that is why we have to listen patiently. How to listen actively? For listening actively, we have to pay attention. We have to eliminate distractions and focus on speaking. We use nods and eye contacts and the verbal application. Here, I would like to share this video with you. That is here on the screen. You can see. Just here, just see. So here you can see the speaker and the therapist is listening that patients very patiently and just loading his hand and continuously eye contact is with the speaker is a patient. So what are the issues she's sharing with? She is very comfortable and she could express all her problems with the therapist. So in this video, we can see very clearly. So for that, and that we once again, I would like to show that the speaker is the listener is not saying anything, but only showing her interest in listening. She's nodding her head and just
Sorry to
continuous eye
interrupt you,
contact
Miss
with her.
Seema. Sorry to interrupt you, Miss Seema. Is the audio on there, or like we are not able to hear anything? We can only view the video. Is the audio there in the video?
No, it is not audio. Audio is not there.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure. Okay.
it is only just, I would like to show that what are the expressions when we listen someone, what are all these body language we should use. That's why. I have shown you this video that the therapist is only just showing her eye contact continuously and using her, nodding her head. That is the she's making comfortable to the speaker. And
Yeah.
other is let the speaker finish without interrupting. Also, she is showing in this video also, and respond thoughtfully. Uh, she addresses what's said and not what assumed. Um, uh, we have to listen the whole concept and then we have to come to the end for the result, what the speaker would like to say. Before that, we should not assume what is his, what he or she would like to mention in his communication. So the simple ways to improve listening skills, what are the simple ways to improve our communication and listening skills also? We can pause before responding. We should listen thoroughly and then come to the end. We can take pause when we are going to come, assuming something, and ask clarifying questions. If we have any doubts, we can ask the questions as ma'am, you have just asked me that my video is not audible. So that is the clarification is needed. Then reflects and summarize the key points. After the communicator finished his talk, we should, if we have any doubts, we can ask, we can summarize thoroughly so that we can come to the key points also. And practice mindfulness to stay present. Avoid planning your reply while listening. This is very important. What people do, they used to plan their answer continuously when they used to listen. They plan their answer that earlier they assume what the communicator would like to say, and they plan their all answer while they are listening. So avoid this also and can improve our listening. Um, where does listening makes a difference? Listening makes difference in workplace. It also strengthens teamwork and problem solving. If we listen carefully, if we enhance our listening skill, that will help in the workplace. Other than it helps in a relationship also. It fosters deeper connection. It builds deeper connection and trust. Learning enhance comprehension and retentions. Whatever the um, problems comes in our learning, that will also enhance. Then the leadership skill, it inspire and motivates the other. Our listening will improve the others inspiration. They will take inspiration by looking us that patiently if we are listening and giving our views, so that will motivate the others also. So elevate communication through listening. Listening is a skill that can be mastered with practice. Generally, we think that yes, we will listen first and then we'll give our views and opinion. We will give our thoughts and reflections. But uh, if we are not practiced enough, that will make practice, and it's key stronger relationship and more meaningful connections. It commits to listening actively every day. Listen to podcast on Spotify. If we would like to improve our listening skill, I suggest you all to go through the podcast and uh, just see how the people used to listen before questioning the person. So this is the very important and a nice way to improve our listening skill. So how to test your listening skill? We think we are good listener, but how to test yourself? So here I would like to give activity, a 2 minutes activity to everyone. I had shared all my views today, and I would like to ask that anyone can share that the recent experience of what I have shared with. So this is activity we can do, live activity here, and if someone is sharing their views today about today's activity, all these the podcast. So other person can also summarize it and give their views in a short story. And a switch role and discussion what made listening easy hard. So can we do this activity, Pravina? What all my views I have given right now. So can anyone in the meeting can summarize
Ma'am,
it? What all?
ma'am, I see only Miss Nandini. So we don't have audience today. So can we,
Okay.
how do you want to go about it, ma'am?
So this is my just suggestion that the in the school teachers could do this kind of activities in the class. What she used to explain in the class, she should ask the students to summarize it. Either she could take earlier pre-learning class. So what yesterday I had taught, anyone can summarize. So those who have paid attention had listened teachers carefully would summarize the views. So this kind of activities, other activities can make the groups in the class and could allow the students to give some sentences or your talk to the second student, and then second one would go to the third one. And how come the group will would communicate and the that talk would come to the first once again. So this is a listening activity can do in the pair. So at the workplace and in the classroom, everywhere, this kind of activities could be done, and it could enhance the listening skills and the learning skill also. So this is a very important to improve our listening skills. Yeah,
It's a very good exercise, ma'am.
yeah, yes. So at the end, I would like to close my thoughts with this summary of that key points that listening is essential for effective communication. Active listening build better relationships and understanding. So we have to become active listener. And call to action, start practicing active listening today. So this is my LinkedIn barcode I'm sharing. Anyone can connect and could share their feedbacks, could ask their questions on my LinkedIn profile also. Thank you so much, Pravina.
Thank you, Miss Seema. If you can
Yeah,
stop sharing your screen, we
yeah.
can have a
Stop.
better view of you, please. Thank you.
Okay, stop.
Thank you, Miss Seema. So I have a couple of questions to ask you. The first question goes like this. How can you practice listening in a fast-paced world?
Yeah. So I would like to suggest my listener. So in the fast-paced world, you can focus fully on speakers, eliminating distraction. Be patient and avoid forming responses while the other person is speaking. When someone is speaking to you, we should not be very quick to response. We practice mindfulness to stay present and use non-verbal cues to show engagement. If you would like to show our response, we have to show with the facial expression or with the body language, not to interrupt between the communication. So in this way, we can uh, enhance our listening in this fast-paced world.
Thank you, ma'am. So what is the role of listening in conflict resolution?
Actually, listening helps escalate conflicts by understanding the other person's concern. It validating their feelings and finding common grounds. So it creates an environment of mutual respect and connection. With this, we can resolve our conflicts.
Okay. So how does listening enhance leadership skills?
In leadership skill, listening is very important. Good leader listen their teams to understand challenges, gather diverse perspective, and build trust. Listening promotes inclusively better decisions and making employees satisfaction also. So good leaders have a quality of listening.
So what
Yes.
techniques can be used to improve listening during virtual communication, ma'am?
For the virtual communication, if we would like to use good techniques, we should minimize multitasking. We should focus on our conversation. And multitasking means in between, we should not go to do other work. Sometimes people used to eat something, sometimes they used to engage in other talk also. And they think that they are listening to the communicator other than, meanwhile, the phone calls come and they engage with the phone calls and used to listen the communicator also. So we should minimize multitasking and focus on the conversation, and use the verbal affirmation to show engagement, that yes, I understand. Yeah. So the communicator would also feel comfortable and feel valued, that yes, the listener audience is listening me, and the person is listening me carefully, that is. And at the end, we could summarize what the communicator said. In this way, we can use good techniques in the listening, in verbal communication.
So why is empathy? Where is this stand, ma'am? Why is empathetic listening critical in communication?
Yes, it is very important that empathetic listening is critical in communication. It helps to understand the emotions and intentions behind the words. So if we are empathetic, if we it shows our trust towards the communicator, it also build the emotions, and its intentions behind the word, and it foster a deeper connection between the communicator and the listener. It reduces the judgment and promotes trust and mutual respect in communication. So that is why the empathetic listening is critical in communication.
Thank you, Ms. Seema. Thank you for the talk and for patiently answering all the questions, ma'am. Before I end the session, do you want to mention anything else?
Yes, yeah, I would like to suggest all the people, uh, the leaders, teachers, students also, to become a good listener. Even that is very important for the students. If they used to enhance their listening skill, their learning will also improve. So they should listen the teachers what they are explaining in the classroom. That in the workplace, the people should go to the leaders what they are explaining and saying and what they want for the team. If they listen carefully, they enhance their listening skill and include all the things that I mentioned in my this PPT. Definitely, they can improve their listening and build a good relation uh, with each other. Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Seema. I'll end the meeting now.
Thank you.